All right, good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining us today for this virtual launch of the City of LA's new Regional Alliance Marketplace for Procurement, RAMP. My name is Mary Leslie. I'm president of the LA Business Council and the LABC Institute. We are a progressive business advocacy and research organization with over 500 members across greater LA. We work to create more sustainable, equitable, and economically vibrant region. 4 years ago, we began an initiative called Compete For with the goal of creating an environment in LA where small business could take advantage of the vast amount of investment and opportunities in the region. The region represents a minimum of $30 billion in contracting opportunities over the next decade. Opportunities range from the Super Bowl, go Rams, to the World Cup, the Metro's transit investment, LA World Airport's modernization, and much, much more. The LABC was part of Mayor Garcetti's team competing to win the Olympic Games for 2028. When we won the Games, it provided a catalyst for the LABC to investigate how other Olympic cities utilize the Games to improve the economic development for all of their citizens. Specifically, we asked how could major sports, entertainment, and cultural events be created and utilized and accessed to and made open, transparent, and free to all diverse small businesses, so they would have a shot at benefiting from these events and grow their companies in LA. So we identified and replicated a successful model from the 2012 Olympics, the London Olympics, that combined a universal supplier and contracting opportunity system with dedicated community engagement and outreach. We hope to create a legacy initiative that would reverberate in the region well before and after the 28 Olympics. You can read more about this initiative and the history at our LABC website at labusinesscouncil.org. During our several years of research, coalition building, and advocacy, we found champions in the city and county of LA and in the private and nonprofit sectors who truly believed in the mission of increasing access to opportunities for local, small, diverse, and underserved businesses. Champions like Mayor Eric Garcetti, Councilman Paul Procurement, Bob Graziano, Chair of Sports and Entertainment Commission, the Inspector of Public Works and the Director of Bureau of Contracts, John REAMER, Administration Chief Procurement Officer, Shannon Hoppes, Michael Herrera from Cedar Sinai, and Brad Cox of Trammell Crow, who is also our Institute Chair. I also want to thank our team at the LABC, Adam Lane and Rachel Levy, who have been critical to the management and development of this program. Thanks to all their leadership and the support of dozens of small business advocates, ethnic chambers, leading business and public sector agency, this big idea has now come to fruition in the form of the new RAMP system. Because of the hard work of Shannon Hoppes and her team, including Andrew Choi and Daniel Cho, as well as the team at the Information Technology Agency led by Ted Ross, the RAMP system has put in place all of the essential components and removed the excessive barriers for small businesses to apply for and secure contracting opportunities. This new system will act as a universal contracting database for the region that aggregates all opportunities in one easy-to-use and transparent system. Highlights of the system include RAMP is a regional system, which any public entity beyond the borders of the city of LA can utilize to post opportunities, acknowledging that ground-up economic development is a regional effort and not one done in silos. It allows for the first time the private sector to post contracting opportunities. And by consolidating public and private opportunities on one platform, we are cutting down the time and regulatory barriers for small businesses to apply. And most importantly, RAMP is free for small businesses and suppliers. We hope that after today's event and presentations that you all, whether you're a prime contractor looking to post opportunities or a small business looking to win opportunities, you will sign up for the new system when it officially goes online, February 18th. We are excited that so many of our LABC businesses are already committed to using and posting contracting opportunities on this new system. And to support the RAMP launch, the LABC is excited to inform you all that we will be releasing our new Compete for LA small business database in March, which will host 30,000 small businesses in LA County that represent industries with the highest opportunity for public and private contracts, arising from sports, entertainment, and cultural events in the next decade. We like to acknowledge our academic partners, Manuel Pastor, Director of USC's Equity Research Institute, and his team, along with Leonard Mitchell, Director of USC Center for Economic Development, and Dion Jackson, his Program Director. They have provided a framework and a map of the diverse small businesses in the region that need to be fully engaged. The LABC Institute's Compete for Small Business database was developed with the intention to serve as a tool to identify outreach to small business with the goal of onboarding them to the city's new RAMP system. The current RAMP system has 80,000 businesses, with 20,000 of them being diverse, and has a goal of doubling this. We hope the small business database can be a tool to help achieve these goals. A bit of housekeeping. We will only be taking questions from media in the Q&A section of this webinar. We would ask media wishing to submit a question to please identify yourself and name with your name and affiliation when submitting. Now, to kick us off, I'd like to introduce Mayor Eric Garcetti. The mayor has been vital to this process, thanks to his efforts to make LA an attractive destination for sports, entertainment, and cultural events. We have this great prospect for economic development ahead of us. 4 years ago at the LABC's Mayoral Housing, Transportation, and Jobs Summit, we celebrated LA winning the 28 Olympics, and we are now collaborating on solutions to ensure that the benefit of those games stay within the local economy and grow LA business. Please welcome our mayor, Eric Garcetti.
Well, thank you, Mary, so much to you and the entire LABC, who've just been extraordinary friends, partners, colleagues, and visionaries. As you can see behind me, whose house? Ram's house, but I think this press conference is about the Ramp House. But there's only one letter that separates Rams and Ramps. So we're celebrating not only what's great about LA sports this weekend, and what we sincerely hope will be the only missing championship of the last 8 years, having won the NBA, having won the World Series, the Stanley Cup, WNBA, MLS, bringing home a Super Bowl ring in our own amazing stadium would just be beyond our wildest dreams. So I hope we're all rooting for LA, but there's more than one way to root for LA, not just on the field, but the long-term way that we can help one another. And since I've been mayor, I've had a twofold focus: improve city services and build the city of the future through a strong economy. And I think with city services, together with my dear friend and our budget chair, who I've worked so well with, Paul Krikorian, we have smoother streets, quicker response times, record reserve funds. And when it comes to our economy and our infrastructure, this is a golden decade where we are rebuilding an airport, rebuilding a transit system. We're the undisputed municipal leader of infrastructure investment. And Bloomberg recently came to me and said that we are leading the job recovery and the growth of publicly traded companies' valuation. So both on the business side and on the worker side, LA is outpacing every other big city in America in the post-COVID recovery. But we know that quite often there's too many genius businesses, too many small entrepreneurs, medium-sized businesses that don't know how to get some of the tax money we spend as private entities and public entities. Well, public entities do the tax dollars, private entities obviously on their investments, but we want to change that. And it was not a sexy thing to do, you know, raising the minimum wage, lowering the business tax, those are sexy. Making community college free, that's sexy. But when people say procurement reform, people's eyes glaze over. But yet we know this is everything from the staplers that we buy to the things like the halftime show that we'll see at the Super Bowl, that this relies on great people locally when we can do it right, who can benefit from the recycling effect of dollars spent here. So thank you to LABC, who has joined us in leading business delegations to China and Mexico, New Zealand, Hong Kong, and Vietnam, for bringing home business, not just from abroad, but bringing it and harvesting it from right here today. So we're launching RAMP, which is the first of its kind regional procurement portal. And we know that the city of LA, while the biggest city in this metro area, is about a quarter to a fifth the population of the 19 million or so folks that comprise now the third largest municipal economy in the world. And building this RAMP was done through Councilmember Paul Krikorian and our city council, John REAMER, our genius director of the Bureau of Contract Administration, Shannon Hoppus, who is the Chief Procurement Officer, a position that didn't exist in our city, in my Office of Budget and Innovation, and the Los Angeles Area Chamber, and many business leaders and advocates who have supported the creation, demanded the creation of RAMP, and of course, our first cohort of partners. So we're so excited that you are a part of this, from Cedars-Sinai, Trammell Crow, to the Dodgers, and the NFL. I have to admit that I've been feeling both wistful and excited lately. Wistful about leaving Los Angeles after 20 plus years serving our city and having the greatest honor of my life as your mayor for 2 terms. But I find myself reflecting on all that we've accomplished together as I get excited to sell LA and America abroad as ambassador to India. And I find myself wondering, will this be the last time, the last place that I'll be addressing this group as mayor? Well, serving as your mayor and working with the Los Angeles Business Council has been an amazing experience. This is the most progressive business group I've ever worked with, whether it's green jobs, solar power, whether it's raising the minimum wage, or whether it's building more affordable housing and confronting homelessness once and for all. You have always been on the vanguard. But I'm also energized by what I've seen you do, many of which, like RAMP, allow us to take full advantage of the opportunities before us. I always say, even in our worst moments, never bet against LA. I had to go on Morning Joe this morning with my friend, Mayor Aftab Puraval of Cincinnati, who's been in office for exactly 4 weeks. And while he was selling Cincinnati, I pointed out, yes, it's true, George Clooney and Steven Spielberg are from there, but they live here. And as he pitched what was great about all of their stuff, and Cincinnati's a wonderful town, I said, one statistic, 80 degrees in February. We have all of the weather, all of the people, all of the brilliance, all of the geography, all of the topography to make this a successful decade. And when you look at what's lined up between the Olympics and a World Cup, another Super Bowl that will come back here, a championship college football, the Grammys, the Oscars, the Emmys every single year. And that's just on the sports and entertainment side. We know that there are a lot of resources that you can tap. And the approach we've taken is to make sure nobody's shut out. Whether it's the Angelino Accord, which is providing young people with a paycheck to help their communities recover from a pandemic, or the step we took last week to phase out oil drilling in Los Angeles, we're always thinking about the future and always thinking about our values, because we want a young person to be tomorrow's entrepreneur. And we want her to get a contract with the city or the NFL or somebody else to make sure that they can see their LA dream happen. So RAMP is all about that on-ramp for opportunity. And this has happened because of collaboration. We might have cut ourselves up into 100 pieces in LA, but we're bringing those pieces together. And so before I dig more into what RAMP will do, I want to frame where this is coming from in a deeper sense. We want to see job growth continue to outpace the rest of the country. We've added 290,000 new businesses just while I've been mayor, created a record number of jobs together with our city council, fixed 143,000 potholes, repaired 8.7 million square feet of asphalt, repaved 17,000 miles of streets, enough to stretch halfway around the world. But getting back to basics also meant being a friendlier city hall, figuring out a way that we weren't missing in action when you need us, and we aren't in the way when you want us to be gone. That's making more efficient and effective government for everybody. So reimagining, redesigning, and revolutionizing the way that we look at procurement is at the heart of this. And next week, on Friday the 18th, when we officially launch RAMP, you'll see a procurement portal that goes far beyond anything we've ever done. Not only is it regional, not only does it centralize public and private procurement opportunities, it changes the fundamental philosophy of procurement. Instead of it just being an operational activity, it approaches procurement as a tool to build and strengthen our local and diverse businesses and stimulate our economy. It's a central location for vendors and buyers to connect, to build relationships, to take advantage of $10 billion of pooled procurement opportunities. And we designed it to be easy. Users can search for potential contracts in one place, specifically within their product or service categories, instead of the old way of flipping through every opportunity and trying to find your category. You can now think about this as your business first rather than our business first. And RAMP will also open up access to free business resources so that you can grow your business as you're learning to procure. Everything from free business certification to networking opportunities and more. And this couldn't come at a better time. Not only the list of events that I said that are coming in the sports and entertainment fields, but we know that this will help us harness economic opportunities for business to business relationships as well. So thank you to our partners. Thank you to our co-architects. And if you're a business or agency looking for diverse and City of Los Angeles certified suppliers, come to us and get on the ramp. If you're looking to grow your business, check it out and get on that ramp. I'll close on a kind of sort of reflective note as I started with. You know, the poet Robert Browning once wrote in a beautiful poem about the artist Andrea del Sarto that our reach must always exceed our grasp. And that's how we've always approached our work in Los Angeles. We might not be able to hold something today, but we stretch for it tomorrow so that somebody will. Our biggest, toughest challenges, from climate to earthquake resilience to homelessness to our economy. We reach beyond our grasp, and we're never content to do things the way that they are. And the second line of that poem says, after all, what's a heaven for? I would offer, after all, what's an LA for? Enjoy the ramp. Thank you to LABC, and I'll toss it back to you, Mary.
Thank you, Mayor. And I just want to also say on behalf of the LABC, we're very proud of what we've achieved with you over the last 20 years. And it almost makes me cry because it was, it's so many things, but I think sustainability and economic development have been things we've hung in there with you. And we felt very strongly about it. And I think you've done a lot to change this city and to open it up to everyone, Mayor. And I think we should thank you for that. And we want you to be successful in your next venture. And we don't want you to go too far because we still want to sell into India and have Indian investment in LA. So it's going to work out. We also want to thank you because this achievement of bringing the Olympics to LA was a really big deal. And it has been the catalyst for a lot of good new ideas. And that was also something you did, is wanting to have a pre-legacy as well as a post-legacy, no matter where you are. So now, on behalf of the LABC, I'd like to, and our team here, I'd like to welcome Councilman Paul Krikorian. For over 6 years, Councilman Krikorian has committed to prioritizing procurement reform and has continued to champion all the work leading up to RAMP. As the chair of Budget and Finance Committee and vice chair of Economic Development and Jobs Committee for the City of LA, Councilman Krikorian continue to ensure that the City of LA is steadfast in keeping up with advancements in technology and simplifying the way business community and businesses are able to navigate opportunities within the city. When we first proposed this concept years ago, Councilman Krikorian was the first person to really champion this effort and immediately worked to introduce and pass a motion in City Council that budgeted over $1 million to completely overhaul the city's procurement system. We then fought to have funding secured for an external community engagement organization that would dedicate resources to reaching small businesses. He understood that you can build a great system, but without real community engagement, it's going to be tough to utilize those systems. So through his long focus and through this process, he never gave up this effort. And most recently, he committed to ensuring that the Olympic OCOG was strongly incentivized to have a small business component as part of the Olympic bid, and that this new system that was being built would give them no excuse to not have ample supply of businesses from the City of LA, which we consider a major victory. It was a long process. He never gave up, and we're very grateful for his leadership and being a true champion really in the City of LA for businesses, but in particular small businesses. Without him, we would not be here today celebrating. So please welcome Councilman Krikorian.
Well, thank you very much, Mary. What a very generous and kind introduction. I appreciate that very much. Let me just say at the outset, my goodness, how much am I going to miss Mayor Eric Garcetti? Because to speak following Eric Garcetti always feels like, anything I say will be diminishment from the perfect that has already been established. So that knowing that, I'll keep my remarks brief. But I want to thank you first, Mary, and everyone at LABC for your leadership, not just on RAMP, but on all of the initiatives that the mayor mentioned in his comments. I was elected to the council when we were still struggling to recover from the Great Recession. And through Mayor Garcetti's leadership and through the work that we did on the council, in concert, every step of the way with LABC, we were able to recover from that economic catastrophe famously here in Los Angeles. And before COVID, we were breaking all records for imports at our port, for traffic in and out of LAX, for hospitality, for foreign direct investment. The economy in Los Angeles was booming. First of all, because of all that Los Angeles has to offer, but also because of the concerted efforts of Mayor Garcetti and the Los Angeles City Council working with LABC and others to make Los Angeles a more attractive place to do business. As chair of our committee on the Comprehensive Jobs Plan, which I was proud to author, we developed scores of different policy changes to be able to implement within our departments to make Los Angeles a better place to do business with. We created the Small Business Commission. Of course, we did things like working with Sacramento to expand the California Film and Television Production Tax Incentive, which I was the original author of in the Assembly, but which is now much more robust and much more favorable to bringing jobs and investment back into Los Angeles. So there have been a lot of steps that we've taken. Of course, the passage of Measure M, which Mayor Garcetti led, which led to just tens of billions of dollars of investment in public infrastructure here. And all of these were really important steps to take to make sure that Los Angeles economy boomed. But at the same time, it was also very clear that that success was not reaching everyone. And that inequity became even more clear in the post-COVID era. For small businesses, it's not as easy to participate in the sorts of things that large businesses take for granted, whether it's procurement or whether it's trying to get through the city's many hoops in order to open and expand a business. A larger business has inherent advantages over small business. And that creates not only inequity, but it also leaves us behind in creating jobs, because we know that small businesses create half of the jobs here in Los Angeles. And so it was very important for our economy to make sure that small businesses were brought along with this regrowth and resurgence of our economic activity here. That was especially important to me personally. I was born and raised in the Valley. My dad was a combat veteran of the Marine Corps in World War II, a high school education. And when he came back to the Valley after the war, without a college education, he was able to start a small business and provide our family with a good, solid, middle-class income. He never had more than probably 5 employees, but those employees were like extended family members for us. And that little business next to the Van Nuys Airport was enough to be able to allow our family to afford to buy a home in a decent neighborhood in the Valley, and eventually for me to have the opportunity to be the first person in my family to go to college, to end up becoming a lawyer, and after a career in the private sector, to become a Los Angeles City Council member and a state assembly member. All of that was because of the opportunities that were presented by my dad's small business. So when we talk about these things, it can't just be about numbers and statistics. It has to also be about the incredible opportunity that's presented when small businesses flourish here in Los Angeles. It's the dreams of people who are investing their life savings in a vision for how to do business here and how to create jobs and opportunities for others as well. That's what we're trying to encourage when we encourage small business here. So the problem has been that in many respects, those businesses have been left out of all of these public investments that we've made. So when I authored the local preference ordinance a decade ago to try to give small businesses an opportunity to compete more effectively in procurement, it really wasn't very effective because, again, there was no way in for them. There was no way for them to find out about opportunities and then to be able to take advantage of those opportunities. RAM, once and for all, finally delivers that way in. It gives an opportunity for small businesses to be able to participate in all of this incredible procurement that we're doing in the public sector, but also to integrate that with procurement that's being done in the private sector as well. In one place, a small business can find limitless opportunities now because of REAMER. And as we emerge from COVID, as businesses are getting back on their feet, we can put that in the rearview mirror and look forward now to Super Bowls, to the Olympics, to continuing investment under Measure M, to all-star games, to all sorts of big events that are happening here in Los Angeles. These present a golden opportunity for our small businesses to flourish. We're already seeing it with the Super Bowl this weekend. We're already seeing local businesses that are benefiting from that opportunity now. And it's only going to become a bigger factor of our economy in the years to come. So again, I just want to thank you, Mary, and everyone at LABC, of course, our incredible city staff at throughout our departments, as the mayor mentioned, Shannon Hoppus, who has took this by the horns and led it to its fruition, John REAMER, of course, Ted Ross and ITA, everyone who's been a part of this. Thank you very much for making dreams come true for countless businesses throughout Los Angeles and the people who rely on those businesses for their livelihood. Thanks very much.
Thank you, Councilman. And I love that. Crazy dreams can come true. I think that should be our motto for today. And now I'd like to introduce John REAMER. John is the Inspector of Public Works and the Director of the Bureau of Contract Administration. He has been in this role for nearly 20 years. Part of John's responsibility includes coordination of the city's business inclusion program, promoting opportunities for certified minority, women, local, and small businesses. John has truly been a staple in this work, ensuring that any new system and outreach is focused on community level contracts and the most underserved communities. And we thank him for providing us with a vision and explaining the purpose for creating and needing to have a diverse database of small businesses to provide a pipeline for the new RAMP system. Please join me in welcoming John REAMER.
Good morning, everyone. And Mary, thank you so very much for that humbling introduction. As Councilmember Krikorian said, following Mayor Garcetti, I'm asked to follow Mayor Garcetti and Councilmember Krikorian. No easy task at all. It just can't be done. Their words, they spoke to the issue. But I want to share with you all this morning. It's been said, no one really cares how much you know until they know how much you care. And our mayor cares, and RAMP is evident of that. Our council member cares, and we see that in RAMP. Along with the members and partners, and LABC is a key partner, and Mary, thank you for your leadership. I'm here to join with them to announce today an opportunity to elevate, expand, and enhance procurement opportunities. The Regional Alliance Marketplace for Procurement, RAMP, will provide access to a highway of hope. Yep, that's right. We're going on a highway of hope. The highway of hope will allow you to see more partners. It will allow you to navigate the procurement process faster, and it will allow you access to more possibilities. RAMP will expand your connections. The RAMP will elevate you from your local network to a regional platform with greater visibility for you to see and be seen by other potential partners. RAMP will expedite certifications. The RAMP will expand your visibility through a portal that allows you to identify yourself and enable the City of Los Angeles to assist you in obtaining certifications that businesses and government agencies desire. As RAMP continues to develop, the certification process will become easier for you as applications will be processed online through your business profile. And then RAMP will enhance community level contract. And I must admit, I really love this one. The ramp will allow champions of the community, as Councilmember Krikorian alluded to enhance diversity in the region through increased, smaller, unbundled contract packages that enable small businesses greater opportunity in the procurement process and to engage as prime contractors with both public and private entities. The ramp places you on a highway of hope that helps others perform and procure effectively and equitably. So don't delay. Please don't delay in registering if you're not already on board, and if you haven't done so already, and exploring the Regional Alliance Marketplace for procurement. Thank you so very much, and enjoy the ride, because it's going to be a great one.
Okay, John, I wouldn't want to have to go after you, okay? So that highway to hope is our next big idea. And I hope a year from now, we're talking about not only having doubled, but maybe tripled our expectations. But now it is my pleasure to introduce our LABC Institute Chair and Senior Managing Director of Trammell Crow Company, Brad Cox. His expertise and experience as a developer in LA, overseeing a portfolio over $2 billion of in-process development, has been vital throughout this process. He is currently working on over 3,000 multifamily residential units in Greater LA. Brad has helped lead our Compete for LA initiative since its inception in 2017. Oh my God, 2017. As a longtime prime contractor in the region, Brad has a unique sense of challenges facing contracting and including local small businesses and the barriers that there are and the solution that this new system proposes. He served on the city's ramp pre-development task force, helping beta test and provide feedback on the platform prior to its full launch, and has been a crucial voice among our coalition to help push this effort forward. But probably most importantly, Brad not only has the intellectual capability of understanding what needs to be done, but he always makes himself the example. So I don't think I could introduce a more important voice than Brad Cox. Brad.
Thank you, Mary, for the nice comments. And also thank you for setting me up after the mayor, the councilman, and John. So I'm really pleased to be part of this event today. We've had candidly a wonderful collaborative experience over the last number of years in moving this initiative forward to our kickoff today. The LABC Institute and the LABC is extremely proud to have taken a leadership role in this initiative, because this really will provide an opportunity for small and diverse businesses to participate in the large Los Angeles prime contracting procurement opportunities. I wanted to really thank Shannon and her team for her dedicated effort to modernize and streamline LA's procurement system and build this platform that really will accelerate a private sector participation with the public. Her dedication to this effort, and more importantly, her willingness to include a wide range of us private sector partners in the process has really ensured that RAMP will have a dramatic and positive impact on LA's entire business ecosystem. So thank you to Councilman Krikorian. Your leadership really did make a difference at council, and your funding of this program will help transform the local procurement system to really elevate the participation of local, small, and most importantly, diverse businesses. The mayor, you've been great in, whose house, Ram's house, your support of the LA Sports and Entertainment Commission, and your success in pushing these large events really over the next 8 years will leave a very strong legacy, because we've got, some phenomenal events that are going to be coming here that have not been here in the past, from the World Cup to the Olympics, to the US Open, and all of those are going to be outstanding opportunities for small businesses to participate based upon this new ramp rollout. And then John REAMER, without your input here and your dedication to make sure that we framed the procurement opportunities with the critical social equity metrics to benefit all of the businesses here in Los Angeles, in particular those that have been financially impacted and suffered because they haven't been able to participate in these opportunities within our Los Angeles market. I'm very proud to not only help lead the LABC's Institute Research and Coalition building efforts, but It was fun to serve on the CPO's pre-development task force to provide input on the development of RAMP. It's way over my technological capabilities, but the team really made this system, as you'll see when we roll it out, very, very business friendly. Candidly, it's probably the best public-private partnership that I've had the opportunity to work on in the city of Los Angeles. There was that much collaboration among all the parties. As a major prime contractor in Los Angeles, it's interesting that we have lots and lots of challenges in our ability to hire local, small, diverse businesses to meet all our project goals in our public-private partnerships. And at Trammell Crow, it's very important for us to support economic development in the local communities we develop. Until the creation of RAMP, we lacked a centralized universal supplier database and contracting system to identify qualified subcontractors that could participate. By aggregating the local and regional contracting opportunities with a complementary database for qualified, small, and diverse businesses, the new RAMP system will provide us with a lengthy list of local suppliers to identify new supply chain relationships and create economic benefit for local and diverse businesses. As a user of this system, you're going to see the benefits, which is it's an opportunity to promote supply chain opportunities to an expanded pool of local and small diverse businesses, reducing the time and the cost to identify qualified businesses, certified or non-certified. It's an opportunity to drive procurement opportunities to local, small, and diverse businesses in the community you're working in by encouraging those suppliers who are downline from the prime contracts to register their own procurement opportunities on the new RAMP system. The reporting features of the RAMP system will allow you to track and monitor your supply chain activity to small and diverse businesses to help you achieve those business goals. With its regional scope, you'll be able to identify how you can match procurement opportunities with local and diverse businesses that fall within your geographic area, within the city and the county and regionally. And finally, the first year of current licenses for registering on the system will not cost you anything. It's free. This is a no-cost system that creates an outreach and contracting opportunity for local businesses through a simple, modern, and easy-to-use platform. Everyone should be participating in this system because it's going to lower your cost. It's going to reduce your time to find qualified subcontractors. It's going to increase the economic benefits to your local community. And most important, it's going to ensure that small and diverse businesses in Los Angeles succeed. I want to thank our team at the LA Business Council and the LABC Institute for bringing best practices from the successful program developed for the small and diverse business participation at the London 2012 Olympics. Our team organized a committed group of businesses, community organizations, social equity leaders, and public sector partners who have been pushing this effort forward for nearly 4 years. A big thank you to this leadership group for your time and effort on this important cause. So today we're announcing this outstanding public-private result with the release of the new City of LA RAMP procurement system. And as I've told Shannon, I'm very proud to have been part of this process. It's really, it's an opportunity to really make a difference in Los Angeles. And the results of this effort, it's really going to have measurable outcomes for small and diverse businesses in Los Angeles for many years to come. So thank you for allowing me to be part of it.
Thank you, Brad, and thank you for mentioning the whole team on the Leadership Council that participated the last couple of years. It is now my honor to introduce our next speaker, Michael Herrera. Michael is an accomplished supplier diversity and supply chain professional who recently serves as the manager of supplier diversity for Cedars-Sinai Health System. Michael's experience includes managing strategies, goals, and supplier diversity programs that exceed over $2 billion worth of spend annually with small and diverse owned businesses, ultimately leading to being honored by various community leaders for his efforts and recognized by numerous local and national business organizations. Cedars-Sinai Health System is a nationally recognized health system that includes one of the largest nonprofit academic medical centers in the US. Cedars-Sinai has officially signed on to be a regional partner of the RAMP, which will aid in their commitment of investing directly into their local, small, and diverse-owned business community through their supplier diversity program. We look forward to Michael giving us more detail on why he and Cedars are excited about this opportunity. Michael.
Well, first of all, thank you, Mary, and I'd like to extend a sincere thank you to our Honorable Mayor of LA, Councilmember Krikorian, LABC, and the rest of the hardworking team that's really helped to make today's exciting pre-launch of RAMP come to fruition. As was mentioned, my name is Michael Herrera, and I'm the Manager of Supplier Diversity for Cedars-Sinai Health System. For those of you who may not be aware, Cedars-Sinai is a nonprofit healthcare organization that's recognized, as Mary mentioned, as one of the nation's most respected, admired, and trusted healthcare entities, something that we're very proud of. At Cedars, we not only provide healthcare services, but we also conduct some of the most advanced biomedical research in the world, with the ultimate goal of striving to improve the health status of our diverse community through high quality and compassionate care. Our health system is comprised of several healthcare entities, including hospitals, urgent cares, and other primary and specialty care medical offices. Our locations include our flagship hospital, which is Cedars-Sinai Medical Center, located here in the beautiful city of Los Angeles, as well as Marina Del Rey Hospital, Torrance Memorial Medical Center, Huntington Hospital located in Pasadena, and our medical network, which includes smaller medical offices located throughout the greater Los Angeles area, all supporting the most diverse regions in the nation. Which leads me why we are all here today and why Cedars is thrilled to have partnered with the City of Los Angeles on this robust and enhanced procurement solution, which will complement our new supplier diversity program very well. We are super excited as this solution will ultimately serve as a very fruitful source for Cedars-Sinai's procurement team to leverage when we're working on identifying local, diverse-owned businesses for our sourcing opportunities. Now, just to give you a little flavor as to the various types of goods and services that we purchase at Cedars-Sinai, I wanted to be sure to share a few. They include spend categories such as consulting, financial services, food, IT, logistics, medical equipment and supplies, non-medical supplies, repair and maintenance of equipment, construction, and other miscellaneous purchase services. Now, another component of RAMP that we're excited about leveraging is its centralized resource functionality, which will actually allow us the capability to post information regarding our supplier diversity focused events that we plan on hosting in the near future, as well as supplier developmental opportunities. So keep an eye out for those. So if you are a diverse owned business, big or small, and are looking for opportunities to continue to thrive, consider registering in RAMP. Let's all continue to work together to build a more inclusive and sustainable economy. From all of us at Cedars-Sinai, thank you, and I hope you all have a safe and enjoyable rest of your Friday. Back to you, Mary.
Thank you, Michael. I think that you are a prime example, literally, of billions of dollars worth of procurement that you are now going to share on the RAMP system, so that a supplier who comes in can see both the public and the private opportunity. So thank you for doing that, Michael. I know the city appreciates it. And now to answer all your questions, and the person you should be waiting for is Shannon Hoppus and Andrew Choi, Shannon is the Chief Procurement Officer for the City of LA. She has been the CPO since 2019. As the mayor said, this is a newly created position. She was appointed by Mayor GARCETTI. She began her career with the Rec and Parks Department before roles at LAWA and the Department of Neighborhood Empowerment, and most recently having served as executive officer in the Office of the City Clerk. As CPO, Shannon has been tasked with the overhaul of the city's antiquated BAVN system into RAMP, and I can speak for everyone when I say she has exceeded expectations and is a model example of how public and private partnerships matter when everybody has an open, transparent, and team approach. Shannon, Andrew, and their team have been partners with the LABC and have ensured that this development process has included input from a broad coalition of business, community organizations, nonprofit intermediaries, that can best serve local small and diverse businesses. They took a best practice from the London 2012 Olympics and really tailored it to the needs of LA. We're excited that this transition has been made as smooth as possible, with all existing BAVN users being automatically transferred onto the new system, and with the promise that there will be an open feedback loop to constantly improve RAMP. So please now welcome Chief Procurement Officer Shannon Hoppus and Project Manager Andrew Choi to present the new RAMP system. Shannon.
Thank you, Mary. Very much appreciate that introduction. Hello, everyone. This is very much seeming like the Academy Awards. It's very LA, but it is a time to thank everyone for this huge effort. We wouldn't be here without one another. So I too would like to start by thanking LABC for hosting this event and for your tremendous support. Thank you to the Mayor and Councilmember Krikorian, to our partners on today's panel, and our regional partners for contributing to the development and the launch of RAMP. I would also like to thank our internal city partners, John REAMER and the Bureau of Contract Administration, the Board of Public Works, the Innovation and Performance Commission, Carolyn Hull and the Economic Workforce Development Department, and Ted Ross and the Information Technologies Agency for their support in this effort. And a sincere thank you to my team. We have truly enjoyed the opportunity to work on this initiative. And I thank all of you for joining today's launch of RAMP. As you heard from Mayor Garcetti and Councilmember Krikorian, procurement reform has been a priority for the city. For context, the creation of the Office of Procurement was initiated 7 years ago by the Mayor's Operations Innovation Team, with the support of the Mayor's Fund and private sector partners such as the Coalition for Jobs in the Economy. The purpose of that partnership was to identify processes that the city needed to improve to create a more effective and efficient city. As the Chief Procurement Officer, my focus has been on reforming, modernizing, and updating the city's procurement policies, processes, and technology. We also saw a need to support the regional businesses in anticipation of the exciting events ahead and to aid in the economic recovery from this pandemic. This is why we decided to expand upon the success of the Los Angeles Business Assistance Virtual Network, or BAVN. The City of Los Angeles wanted to deliver a product with input from our business community to address the needs and wants of the regional economy. It has been a true public-private partnership, and RAMP is the culmination of a shared commitment from our region to support our business community and grow our economy. You've already heard a lot about the platform. Now I have the privilege of providing a quick glimpse of RAMP and some of the features that will be available to you next Friday on February 18th. The goal of the system design was to create a clean, more modern, intuitive space. You'll be able to navigate all the features of RAMP by using the menu bar at the top. However, beyond opportunities, this system will also act as a central repository for the city's business development programs, materials, videos, and other related resources. We wanted to ensure that you had the resources needed for contracting and to support the growth of your businesses. This is where you'll be able to find advertisements for opportunities from all the regional partners that are participating. RAMP will let you organize, filter, and specify opportunities that are right for you. You will also be able to bookmark the opportunity to be notified of as the opportunity moves through the procurement process. An exciting development new to RAMP is the capability to create a comprehensive regional business profile. This profile is customizable to reflect your business. You'll be able to post your logo, display a blurb about your company, contact information, work history, and business certifications that have been verified and approved by the city's Bureau of Contract Administration. You'll be able to use this profile to market your business with prospective business partners, which will give you an opportunity to build relationships in a regional marketplace. So what's ahead for the city and the region? It really is exciting to think about what's in store for both our regional partners and our businesses. This platform will give us great insight into the regional economy, give us metrics and data to better inform future legislation and make data-driven decisions and policies to help grow opportunities, prosperity, and equitable access for all. The City of Los Angeles will also be holding regional alliance meetings with our partners to inform, guide, and expand upon the RAMP platform. As we embark on this endeavor, I know that this is only the start of our regional alliance, and I am excited to be here as part of that group. With that said, if your organization wants to join our regional alliance as a regional partner and post your opportunities on RAMP, please fill out the regional partner interest form found on the home page of labavin.org and get in contact with us at cpoteam@lacity.org if you have any questions. And with that, we hope to see you on RAMP.
Thank you, Shannon. I think you answered really the questions that are being asked. I would ask, please, that media please identify themselves with and their affiliation. We have two main questions. I'm going to throw this out to the group, but I think Shannon and the mayor and Councilman Krikorian, you might all have thoughts. John Reamer, how and when can you sign up? Is the first question. Do you mind repeating that, Shannon?
Sure.
How and
February 18th. February 18th is the day, next Friday. You can sign up now, though. You can sign up now at labavin.org. Many of you that were in labavin.org are going to simply be transitioned over to RAMP. The thing is that those of you that are already on labavin, you'll want to go in to RAMP on February 18th to start building out your profile. So that's the new thing on RAMP, building and advertising, marketing your business. So even if you've already been registered, make sure to update your new business profile.
And when will Bavin users, just could you reaffirm this? When will Bavin users currently on the systems be transferred over? How will they be notified? And will they need to register any new information?
No, they're going to, again, just be moved over. We have sent notifications out to our Bavin users that they can expect a new look and feel, and that the transition will be to RAMP, that there is no need to do anything else. But again, we really encourage you to build out those profiles on the 18th, because that is how you're going to be seen, found by our new partners. So the more information about you and your business, the better.
And can you repeat one more time, how many small and diverse businesses are there currently on the system? And give examples of what types of contract opportunities are expected to be featured on RAMP.
Sure, I can take that, but Michael and Brad can also add what they'll be contributing to the space. I am forgetting the question.
Oh, how many small and diverse?
Oh yes, how many, sorry.
Yeah. And then what kind of new opportunities do you think will be? And you're right, Brad and Michael could do that.
Yeah, we have 80,000 registrants currently in the platform. 20,000 of those registrants are already certified businesses. So they hold certifications. We can provide free certifications for the certifications that the City of Los Angeles offers. But in your business profile, you'll also be able to talk about the certifications you might hold with other agencies. But right now, the city procures for everything. Professional services, commodities, construction. We'll continue to do that, but our regional partners are going to have very different needs. So if you didn't maybe register with the city before because you didn't necessarily want to do business with the city, we're going to have many more opportunities that are going to speak to catering and to perhaps dry cleaning and flowers, especially with all these events that we have coming to the LA area. We're going to needs staging and equipment, very similar things that the Super Bowl had looked for this weekend. So we will continue to post the things that have been very city-centric, but we encourage vendors that have not typically been on the platform to register here for opportunities that we haven't seen in this space before. But I'll hand it to Michael or Brad if they'd like to add to that.
Sure. So as I mentioned in my remarks, some of the things are very similar to what Shannon in the city of LA purchases. But in addition to that, being a healthcare institution, of course, we have things such as medical equipment and supplies, the repair and maintenance of some of our medical equipment. Of course, we have construction that's occurring throughout the year on various remodels or new additions that are specific to the healthcare space. A few weeks ago, I was looking for a local diverse-owned company that provides rental of floor mats. And so there's just opportunities that will pop up like that. And we want to be able to utilize this platform to find you all. So once again, we'd encourage you to register as our supplier diversity program and journey continues to proceed along. We want to see this as our solution to help us continue to move the needle in regards to helping to support our small, local, and diverse-owned businesses.
Brad, do you have a thought?
Yeah, I mirror Michael's comments. The opportunity is for like where you have equipment rentals, where you have supplies for the management and operation of facilities and projects. During our construction process, we contract for lots and lots of materials that are involved, in the opportunity for local and diverse business to participate through the ramp system creates an opportunity for us to find those. And that includes labor and local hire requirements that are part of our public-private partnerships. This will be a great opportunity to help identify the firms that are out and qualified, certified, and it will make a much easier onboard process for us.
Thank you, Brad. And I want to thank everybody that participated today, and particularly Shannon and her team who are responsible for RAMP. And we will continue to support you in your endeavors and build out this system. So a year from now, we can come back onto, hopefully in person, if not a webinar, either is fine, and talk about what the success of the system and how we're going to continue to build on it. But I'd like to give the last word to Mayor GARCETTI and Councilman Krikorian. Would you like to say a few more words about why we're going to win on Sunday, or how great it is that it's 80 degrees out there today?
The mayor's the one with the bets, so maybe I should let him go.
No, I'll just say, look, when there's all the noise, we've got all the poise. So they're all about bringing, Cincinnati, Chile. We have Los Angeles, Chile. So we've got amazing things that are going to, I think, put us forward. But also, look, Los Angeles is so incredible. When you see the Super Bowl this Sunday, not only are we going to celebrate a team, and there's two great teams that play there now, but when you look at that halftime show, it is something in which we're going to be drawing from talent that came from South LA and is from Los Angeles. They're not traveling to the Super Bowl. They're actually at home. And I think Los Angeles, that is our greatest strength, that this is a city of belonging. And I want every business person out there to know you belong. You belong in these contracts. You belong in the growth of our city. You belong in the next chapter. I got a lot of questions this week. Well, as the Super Bowl's coming and all these things are happening, isn't that tough on those neighborhoods? And I said, no, we'd rather have investment than not have investment, which was the story of many years. Our challenge now is to make sure that investment hits everybody. So spread the word. Thank you all. Appreciate all the folks who've built this ramp, and I can't wait to see it in the future. Paul?
Well said. Thank you all again very much. It's a new day in Los Angeles, and we want to encourage you to all be a part of it. Thanks very much.
All right. So go Rams. And thank you all for doing this today. And make sure you're with us for the ramp on February 18th to get more information and sign up. All right. Thanks, you guys.